started, and I know you stated that you need about 3 or 4 million a year. Well, Carole, we're not quite there yet with the with the but you never just know. I'm going to do some shout out for you, and I'm going to ask if people will donate to your Big Cat Rescue. We're going to donate $100. We'd like to donate $100, and I'll donate that and post it so you guys can see and do a tag. So I challenge at least 10 of my friends, which most of my friends have careers and jobs, so I think they can squeeze out at least 100. So if I can get $1,000 from 10 of my friends to your cause, then that's awesome. So, I'll try to do that, and that would be awesome.
Well, thank you, Giovanna. That is so
You're welcome. You're welcome. So I don't want to take up. Oh, good. We still have time left. Okay, I was so worried. Carole, one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was so we wanted to talk about food, which there's no food here, so I was gonna have a whole little fiesta thing, but there's no food here. So do you eat Mexican cuisine?
I strive toward veganism, and I get all of my meals sent to me that are already pre-cooked from bistro. So they don't have anything that's really Mexican. But one of the things I love that is Mexican cuisine, I just love, are those corn tortilla chips. Oh my gosh, I love those.
Okay, so you're vegan?
I try to be. I have sugar in my coffee in the mornings, and sometimes I'll have a milkshake. But other than that, I'm pretty much vegan.
How long have you been vegan?
I've been vegetarian since 1998. I've been striving toward veganism probably in the last 3 years.
Well, good, Carole. I've just decided to ride this on out with pizza, Red Bull, and some burgers. I'm gonna just try to ride that out until I can't anymore. It's not a great diet, but it's my honest diet, and I just I move a lot, so I hope that I walk off all the bad stuff I take in, but you never know. What else? Oh yeah, we're going to talk about food, fun, and I want to talk about fashion. One of the other things I really liked was, how you talked about when you would go to the Capitol building, you would wear your cat clothes so that you'd be able to stand out and people would recognize, hey, that's Carole, the cat lady, or what you represent. I think it's really important, and I think people take it for granted how much your fashion or style really does make a statement. And it's not so much it's this extreme runway style, or maybe something close to more of a I'm at home in my sweat style. Whatever you're portraying, that is you. You let that energy off. So I wasn't able to rewatch Tiger King, so I haven't seen it in a while, but I did see a clip where you were standing in the Capitol in the rotunda, and I stood in that very section, and I saw the pride on your face, and I go, I know that look. I know that look, and I was able to. I know that look. It's like, I'm here. I'm about to go do some business. Yes, yes, yes. Because I felt the energy, and the camera like turned around you and was pan. I was like, this is cool. This is really cool. When you go to the Capitol, do you ever go to like the Dred Scott room where they made the Dred Scott decision? And have you got to go in the tunnels and actually see the whole Capitol?
I've been in the tunnels. I don't remember the Dred Scott decision. What were you there for?
Oh, well, every time I go to Washington, which is about as much as possible, I call my local Congress, which is Sam Grace. Hi, Sam. And I ask if I can get a personal private Capitol tour, and they usually grant it. We first went with our family in 2016, where we got engaged at the Washington Monument, and we got a Capitol tour there. But I'm obsessed with it. I learn something different every time, from the tunnels to the Rayburn Building to where Alexander Hamilton had the whispering ear on the Capitol floor. I'm a big history buff anyway. So I was able to just see the pride you had, because it takes a lot to get there and to get a meeting, and it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. So I was proud of you for taking it all the way up to getting some decisions that were being made on a global level. So thank you.
Well, we're really excited. We think that our bill will pass this year. We have 165 co-sponsors in the House, and we just launched the Senate with 4 bipartisan. So we're really expecting that it will go through, and finally we will end all of the abuse involved in cupcutting.
Well, I'm proud of you. I mean, it's a big full circle. I mean, you've come full circle, and I hope that we can support your bill passing. So you said 165 people already gave it a thumbs up. How many did you need?
I think it's around 280. Then you have all of the votes that you need, but it's actually passed on the House floor with 2/3 vote. and last year, but it didn't get to the Senate in time, so we had to reintroduce. So we've gotten those 165 people just since the first of the year.
That's awesome. What do you do when you make a connection like in Congress or Capitol, or I'm still learning the nomenclature, but what do you do when you make a connection and then that person moves on, whether they become a senator or they just give you the deuce or they're like, or they come and who knows? Like I've in business, I've lost about 3 or 4 good contacts because at the time when we were connecting, by the time my needle moved, they were gone. And I'm like, so I'm kind of asking like some advice on what you do when you've taken it all the way up here and then your contact, kind of falls short, if that's happened.
Yeah, well, it happens all the time, as you noted, and it really is frustrating, but it tells you need to be really nice to everybody because you never know where they're going to end up. And you're probably going to need them wherever they do land. But what's been so helpful this time around, and actually the last several sessions, is that we work with a whole coalition of different animal protection groups. And so they have connections that I may not have. And we brought in a lobbyist that's a Republican because it's harder to get Republicans on a bill like this. It's not that they're in favor of animal abuse, but they think that the states should regulate this instead of the federal government. And the problem is these people just move around state to state and they do all kinds of illegal things. So we need a federal law that'll ban it everywhere. And so bringing in these people that have the Republican ties, our lobbyist actually was a lobbyist for the NRA. So he knows people that we couldn't reach through the animal protection groups because they don't like the animal protection groups. So getting all of these people, hitting them from every single angle, that's what's been effective for us.
Well, good. It's almost like a form of reverse psychology marketing because you're kind of saying, okay, I've got this audience figured out. That's how I feel about social media. It's like I've got Instagram and Facebook figured out, but now I'm going to go over to TikTok and go hang out with these people for a little bit and see if I can learn inside of their system. And really, I think it takes all kinds of branches to grow this thing and get the word out. I think the last I checked, what is there, like 320 million people in the United States or something like that? That's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. And I think if you think about it that big, it helps you think bigger, meaning I just can't have one form of income. I just can't reach out to one person. There's 320 million options. That's how I think of it, at least. That might be a really big thought, but that's how I think. I'm thinking everybody's a part of this audience and they kind of get to choose if they want to learn and grow with the information we as creators put out there. So I am excited to have connected with you. You have made my Cinco de Mayo. Thank you for breaking. I think I don't think I'm going to drink tequila for another 20 years. It is just not for me, man. Whew, I do not like it. No offense, tequila people. So happy Cinco de Mayo. Carole, you have been amazing, so professional, so kind. I'm so thankful that you kept, your dream alive. You were able to pass through all of the different obstacles you've endured throughout life, throughout the year. So keep going. I support you. My 7 subscribers support you because if they support me, they support you. So,
Thank you, Savannah.
You're welcome. I have this little tagline at the end. I'm going to try to remember to say, good times, great vibes, and happy lives. So, right? We're going to try to get that going, Carole. So be sure to
copyright that.
Yes, I will work on that. Be sure to catch me and Carole again on May 19th. It'll be me, Carole, and Eddie. Eddie will be more of a speaking part on May 19th. And then we're going to have our co-host, Eric Lutz, join us. Thank you so much. You can find me this weekend at the Runway Review KC event held at the Laredo in Kansas City, Missouri. Please come. Christian Michael will be there. Natalia Meyer, Saji will be there, Belinda Post, Ariana Marinelli. I mean, we've got Kansas City coming out. Carole, you end with what you're doing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, I said you can tell what's going on with you.
Oh, you can find us everywhere as Big Cat Rescue.
Sweet. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody. Happy Cinco de Mayo. And I look forward to seeing you guys and take care. Thank you. Thank you, Eddie.
Stay cool, Cat.
Oh, there. Oh, there's viewers in there? Carol, look, it's already working. Carol, it's already working. See?
Do you have any questions in your group?